Well, Professor Michele Primavico, please accession and coronation. Aye. During 1951, George VI health declined and Elizabeth frequently stood in for him at public events. When she toured Canada and visited President Harry Truman in Washington, very important. In October 1951, her private secretary Martin Carteris carried a draft accession declaration in case the king died while she was on tour. In early 1952, Elizabeth and Philip set out for a tour of Australia and New Zealand by way of Kenya. Passavano un attimo là. On 6 February 1952, they had just returned to their Kenyan home, Sagana Lodge. Alogetta, after a night spent at Treetops Hotel. When word arrived of the death of the king, Philip broke the news to the new queen. Martin Carteris asked her to choose a regnal name. She chose to remain Elizabeth, of course. She was proclaimed queen. Through her realms and royal party actually returned to United Kingdom. She and the Duke of Edinburgh moved... I didn't make a mistake. She and the Duke of Edinburgh moved into Buckingham Palace. With Elizabeth's accession, it seemed probable that the royal house would bear her husband's name, becoming the house of Mountbatten, Magreston, in line with the custom of wife taking her husband's surname on marriage. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and Elizabeth's grandmother, Queen Mary, very important. Favorite, please, Professor, would you please make a commentary on Winston Churchill? Favored the retention of the House of Windsor, and so on the 9 April 1952, Elizabeth issued a declaration that Windsor would continue to be the name of the royal house. Bella. The Duke complained. I say, I'm only the one, I play the piano. Professor, the Duke complained. I am the only man in the country. I am the only man in the country not allowed to give his name to his own children. In 1960, after the death of Queen Mary in 1953 and the resignation of Churchill in 1959, che se scucciate fu musica, the surname Mountbatten Windsor was adopted for Philip's and Elizabeth's mainline descendants who would not carry royal titles. Well, Professor, please. Amid the preparation for the coronation, Princess Margaret informed her sister that she wished to marry Peter Townsend, the guitarist review. Professor, is something else. A divorced 60-year Margaret Senior with 2 sons from his previous marriage. The Queen asked them to wait for a year. In the words of Martin Carteris, the Queen was naturally sympathetic toward the princess. But I think she hoped, given time, the affair would peter out. Peter. Senior politicians were against the match, and the Church of England did not permit remarriage after divorce. So it's saying way out. If Margaret contracted a civil marriage, she would be expected to renounce her right of succession. Eventually, she decided to abandon her plans with Townsend, farsi una batteria a chitarra. In 1960 she married Anthony Armstrong Jones. Uno suonava la tromba e l'altro suonava la batteria. Philly Joe Jones. Professor, please, you are making big confusion about this. Allora, then I say again. In 1960 she married Anthony Armstrong Jones. And there's something else what you say about Louis Armstrong and Philly Joe Jones. That's something else. Ma quello mia moglie, my wife, buy a lot of record of jazz. I listen, I make a little bit confusion between the Queen and the Queen. Professor, please, who was created? In 1960, she married Anthony Armstrong Jones. To be clear, who was created Earl of Snowdown the following year. They were divorced in 1970 and she did not remarry. Lui è rimasto solo esso. Despite the death of Queen Mary on 24 March, the coronation went ahead. Faceva male voi. Professor, no head. Head. I had pure io, non vuole capo, as Mary as asked before she died. taking place as planned on 2 June 1953. The ceremony in Westminster Abbey, with the exception of an anointing and communion, was televised for the first time e tutti quanti mettevano vestiti raro. Everybody dressed the Sunday clothes to be good. Elizabeth's coronation gown was commissioned for Norman Hartnell, and embroidered on her instruction with her floral emblems of the Commonwealth countries. English Tudor rose, Scots thistle, Welsh leek, Irish shamrock, Australian wattle, Canadian maple leaf, New Zealand silver fern, South African protea, lotus flowers for Indian and Ceylon, and Pakistan wet cotton and jewel, and paragraph e zuppolil da Napoli. Professor, the last thing was not written. I did make vicino perché così facciamo, abbondiamo, quella era una bella festa medievale. Professor, I see that you are a little bit tired. We take a coffee break. Yes, please, coffee napoletano. Thank you, grazie.